Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing so well. Tonight's video I decided that I was going to do a comparison of these two products. This is the Real Techniques beauty sponge and this is the beauty blender, which has been a real cult favourite in the YouTube community and the beauty community for goodness knows how long now, but this is actually the first time I have ever owned one, and I got it with my Birchbox and I was so excited because I really like using a sponge. I think it's great. I have used the cheaper versions. I have used my Real Techniques sponge. As you can see, I actually you can't really see properly. There you go, that's better. So anyway, I love this sponge. But I really want to try comparing it to this, which I have not used. I wasn't going to buy it for the simple fact that I couldn't justify paying £20 for a sponge when I could get one at like £6. The first ones I ever bought were like £1 on eBay and they worked okay. So anyway, first of all, what I want to say is this one, it's more spongy. You know, it really just feels, it just has a different feel to it, like there's more air in it or something. This just seems denser. As you can, I mean, even doing that, you can just see, maybe it's just me. But what I like is they both have a pointy tip. So you've got here, and you can, I'm going to take my glasses off. It's a bit silly having them on if I'm going to put makeup on. So you can get into these hard to reach places. But I do also like that the Real Techniques one has this part of the sponge that makes this nice. You know, it just sits so nice underneath the eyes and up in. But I'm not sure whether it's any better than just using this part. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these damp, because obviously that's the way you're supposed to use them. This one has never been damp before, this one has. And obviously we're expecting to see them expand to some degree. Anyway, so I will be back momentarily. Okay, so now that they're both wet, I'm straight away seeing that this really doesn't seem to have increased by that much, considering this one now looks huge against it. Maybe I'm just misremembering what just happened a couple of minutes ago. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply my foundation on my left hand side using the Beauty Blender and on my right using the Real Techniques version. And we will see how we get on. So let's just bring you in a wee bit closer. Okay, so I'm going to be putting on my Naked Skin foundation by Urban Decay. I absolutely love this foundation. Okay, so just pop some of this in my hand, and what I'm going to do is use the bottom part. foundation is on. You've seen both sides going on. You will have to excuse me. I did take a phone call from my husband in the middle. Okay, so my first impressions of the Beauty Blender are, it was a quick application. I needed one pump for this side of my face, which I was really pleased about. It gave a good coverage. I was able to get into all the wee corners and everything of my face really easily. Comparing it to this here, I mean, the fact that whenever I put liquid into it, this blew up like a balloon. You know, so much absorption in this here. It increased so much. Should really give you the idea before you even use it that it is really absorbent. I used one pump for this side of my face. I used 3 for this side of my face because this sponge took on so much of the fluid. It took so much longer, as you saw, to actually blend it in. So, I mean, I have to say, although I was at first saying I wouldn't spend the money on getting this because, you know, you can get this for £6. But the other side of it is, this is much, much better at doing the job than this one is. And part of me didn't want it to be. Part of me wanted to be just like, well, it's no better than this one, so I'm just going to stick to this, yada yada. But I have to say, in terms of Beauty Blender versus Miracle Sponge, the Beauty Blender is hands down the best. It really just is, you know, there's no two ways about it. It was the better product. I'm still unsure whether I would spend £20 on a sponge if I had a lot of money, if I was able to spend a lot all the time. Not even a lot. If I had the money to spend on makeup brushes and things like that a lot more, I probably wouldn't think twice about purchasing this. But because everything for me is on a budget, I'm always thinking about the pennies. I'm still kind of like, my Real Techniques brushes do the same sort of job. You know, I use a stipple and effect using my brushes. But in terms of the Beauty Sponge Smackdown, the Beauty Blender is hands down the best sponge. There's no two ways about it. It definitely is the better one to purchase, and although it is nearly 4 times the price of this one, it is 4 times as good. I'm sorry to say, but it really, really, really is fantastic product. I am so glad that Birchbox put it in, because it would have been a long time before I actually got my hands on one. And what I'm even more excited about, and this is really sad, but they sent us their blender cleanser solid, so I'm looking forward to even cleaning. So there you go. So guys, I have to say, this Smackdown is over. I have enjoyed doing it. I've enjoyed trying both the products together, but definitely hands down Beauty Blender wins. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know what your favourite is out of beauty sponges. Is there another one I'm missing out on? And that's it for today. I will see you on my next video, guys. Love you. Bye.